probably 100 variations of this. But I was in Miami with my family. I was on South Beach, and a truck, a 4x4 truck came. It stopped. It slammed on the brakes. Two guys jumped out, put speakers on the roof. They all came out. They started rapping. The big crowd gathered, a couple of thousand people, and they sold the CDs. And they were actually selling CDs. And this wasn't that long ago. This was maybe 3-4 years ago or something. And I ended up speaking to the guys, and I was amazed. And they said, yeah, we're going from this place to that place to this place. This is what we're doing. And I was amazed at the hustle, and I was amazed that they were making money, and they were, but in Europe, that culture isn't there. And I think, I think the European culture could learn so much about the hustle of, what the American rappers do.
My favorite story about this is a little old, but it carries through in terms of the idea. There's a gentleman named Todd Shaw who does business as Too Short. And Too Short lived in the Bay Area of California. And he made records so much to the point that he was stuck. And again, with that continuous stream of content idea, got to the point where he was driving around with a trunk full of records, selling 1 million records out of his trunk each release, each time. So Jive RCA, they drive up to, because they can't find his phone number, they drive up there and they find him. And they say, we'd love to sign you to a record contract. And he said, no. And they said, I'm sorry, what? He's like, what do I need you for? I'm selling 1 million records out of my trunk and keeping all of the money. Why would I give you any of it? And they said, well, we can put you in stores everywhere. He was like, why do I care about being in stores everywhere? I'm from the Bay Area. I serve the Bay Area. What do I care? And they went home, and they came back with a better deal, with a bigger advance. And he was like, this looks like I'm going to owe you money. I don't want this deal. The rumor has it that he sent them back 4 times. 4 times they approached him. 4 times he sent them back, until finally the deal he finally signed, which he had control of all of his masters. He had selection over his marketing team. He had control over his marketing budget. It's a ridiculous deal for a first-time record person to sell. But because he had leverage, he didn't want them, they wanted him. That's how he's able to do it. The way that translates to now is if somebody goes viral. For example, there's an artist named, I'm going to be careful with this part. There's an artist named Breezy who is on a TV show called All American. Breezy has, I think, more followers on Instagram than it's like 3.8 million. It's like a ridiculously high number of people, right? So when Breezy releases something, all of those people see it. If a record company wants to sign her, they have to recognize the marketing value that she brings to it. She doesn't necessarily need their marketing team, because she drops it on her Instagram and people are going to run to wherever they can buy it to ask for it. That saves them time, but that also means they have to alter the deal. So for a new artist, especially for the hustle that you're talking about, let's say that you're a new artist who lives in, Manchester, right? That's someplace I've actually seen in Europe, in England. So you're a new artist in Manchester. You need to be the most Manchester dude ever. You need to Manchester so hard. Nobody's ever Manchestered like you in their life. And you need to really come to represent that city, so people really associate it with you. Then you build a local base. That local base gets to a certain size, and then people take notice of it and they come to get you. And the first offer that they give you is going to be the wrong offer. A lot of people jump at the first offer. I remember having conversations with AC Alone, with Skilo, who did the I Wish record. I was like, what's your marketing budget? What? I don't know. But they gave me the advance. No. You got to work that deal. You got to hire a lawyer. You got to figure stuff out, and you got to be savvy about it, because if you do it right, you can parlay it into a career and not just a hit record. A hit record will not feed you in 15 years if you didn't sign the right deal. Because that's how I know, because Skilo isn't making any money off I Wish, no matter how often it's licensed, because he didn't own it. So if you look at the artists that you saw in South Beach, if you look at Too Short, if you look at people like what's his name, Kanye, when he was doing 3 beats a day for 3 years every summer, working on the craft, working on making sure people know you, making sure you represent your area and you're strong for your area, then that area will carry you forth. Because when Kanye got famous, Chicago got shot. That meant love for Twista. That meant love for Common. That meant love for even Crucial Conflict, who hadn't made a record in 10 years, you know?
Yeah.
And all of those things, I say this all the time, a rising tide raises all boats. So if you can build something that's a movement, Toby and Wigway even talks about this, and people will want to get on board to help you because it will help them shine as well.